So good afternoon for some people out there, good morning for others, good evening for the rest of us. Good day to everyone. And it is a good day because we are here to bring you the cast of season 3 of Backyard Survivor. Myself, Dustin, I have paint all over my hands, so I apologize. We're also joined by Vince and Josh. I'll start with myself. I'm an admin here at Live Reality Games. I do a few of these podcasts. Vince, little introduction. We've seen you here before, haven't we?
Yes, me and Josh are from Melbourne Survivor. We are the pre-match food, so we are really bitter and we are ready to roast these people.
Josh, what brings you here? Are you looking forward to roasting some people like Vince said?
Yeah, I've watched all the videos of these contestants, and to be honest, none of them excite me. So let's do this.
Well, let's get to it. So for folks at home, Backyard Survivor is another Survivor iteration for the Live Reality Games community. It is specifically done in Perth. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's correct, yes.
And then for some people that don't know, Perth and Melbourne Survivor, which we just covered, they're not really very close to each other. It's pretty much on the other side of the country.
It's like away. From New York to Cali.
Yeah.
So just a little background information, totally different areas of the country. So we'll get started here. So our first contestant, James, he's looking nice. He got his hair cut for the show and everything.
He's 25. And then I actually wrote, he said he's a writer. I don't know what, I said duck writer. Because I couldn't catch the first bit. But what writer he is, you know?
Okay, I did watch the video again because other people had a question about it. He is a forklift operator.
Oh, forklift.
Right.
So not quite a writer, but a rider of a forklift.
So he's like a wannabe tradesman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you could say.
Which, when I picture like a forklift operator, I think of somebody hardworking that does have a little bit of muscle. So maybe that's good for challenges for him. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh no, trades in Australia are different. Sorry.
Oh really?
Do you drive a forklift? Do you drive a forklift because you can't lift stuff though?
Oh well, that's the same. He's like at least over here, he'd be like a factory worker or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much what a forklift driver is. Like it's like a picker where it's got like 2 prongs and it picks up stuff.
But like really heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Like a typical person wouldn't be able to pick up.
Of course, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think
sounds like he is a huge fan of Survivor.
Yeah, that's what it does. And I remember this is one of the guys I remember. There's like 3. And he's one of the guys I remember. The fact he's a big fan of Survivor means he's probably not going to go far because other people who don't know Survivor will get through further than what he will. That's my pick anyway.
And it sounds like there's a whole lot of Survivor fans in this cast. So that could either work against him or for him if they can find those similarities and bond together.
If there's like a lot of people that like Survivor and they end up on the same tribe or something like that, maybe I can see them going further. But if you have 1 or 2 people that don't know it that well on tribes, that's going to throw the dynamic out, and you'll see a lot of the, I guess, big guns go home early.
Mm-hmm. Very similar to your situation, right, Josh?
Yeah, very similar to my situation. Yes. Thanks for bringing that up.
We have the expert opinions here.
Yeah. He said he want to fight 4 idols, so
4 idols.
Yeah, he mentioned it. I wrote question mark 4 idols.
Because he said he wants to find them, he probably won't find them.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna find it.
And somebody that doesn't even know how to play an idol is gonna find an idol and say like, "Hey,
exactly." Yeah.
Maybe at the end we can predict who's gonna find the idols.
Yeah,
sounds good. Well, of course, we'll have a prediction of maybe we'll say like final 3 for everyone, and then winners pick from there.
I was gonna say we can say it now because I did write his placement. So he's gonna go. He's gonna go meet merch. He's gonna go on
mid-merge. Okay.
Okay, I think like pre-merge boot, like just at the merge before merge hits.
I think he's really sneaky, and I think people will see that side of him. So I'm gonna guess even pre-merge, like right before merge, before he gets to merge, because he admitted to cheating on like Family Game Night, playing Trivial Pursuit, and if that comes out,
sad.
I don't think people would trust him.
No, that's sad. But you know what? I hope he proves this all wrong.
Yeah, there we go. It's a great way to look at it. He is sneaky. He said he was from Perth too, which is a local in the area, and I think there might be a few locals in the area that might bond together as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Next on our list we have Kath.
Ooh, yes.
Kath. This is okay. You're literally throwing the three people I know to start off with. Have we met Kath?
We met. She was helping out with one of a Melbourne Survivor trial.
I think I just saw her new music video too. If it's the same Kath I'm thinking of.
Yeah. She's a singer-songwriter. Yeah.
So make sure we all Google at home her new music video. I think it's called Gaia. Is that correct? Anyway, Kath, you get back to us. We'll make sure to play the video. What do we think about Kath? Any ideas?
Kath knows Liz, yeah?
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah. She's from Melbourne too.
Yeah, so she's from Melbourne as well. Mm-hmm. So there's like some type of interaction, I guess, knowing each other going in towards this. I think the fact that like she knows Survivor, but she doesn't know it as much as like Liz and probably James as well. So this is a person I can see actually going far.
Mm-hmm.
I do think she's gonna go far, but she is a rocker. Like you can tell, like she's really like like she's a really cool chick, and everyone wants to be her friend. So I think that maybe sometimes she's maybe can be a little bit unapproachable. People be like, oh, she's too cool for school. So like maybe like I'm afraid to talk to her. That kind of she's got that kind of vibe for some people.
I could say it. We have a few quieter members in this cast, but I think overall everyone's pretty loud and vocal. So being a rock star probably won't give her that much of a lead, I think. But she said she was probably just going to wing it. Like she's a huge Survivor fan, like you were saying. And so I'm looking forward to that.
I did say she's going to go and meet Merch as well.
Yeah, I'm guessing 7th place.
Wow, I should have been more specific on my cast assessments here. Everyone's got numbers, and I'm like, well, yeah. I could actually see like a later merge. Like, I think she might be able to
final 5,
like a final 5 or maybe final 6 even. I know you said 7, which is right next to that, but yeah, like a late merge. Like, she would make the great connections at first too, and like you said, she's from Melbourne. Liz is from Melbourne too, which we'll get to Liz in a little bit too, and we all know Liz. So I think that'll be a strong asset for her to have that hometown. I think like Kath, you by watching her video, you just like attract straight away. Like it's somebody you can talk to, that you can talk to and stuff like that. So that just makes me believe that she will be like a threat moving forward, but that she won't be a threat people will get out early just because they know they can bring her along. Mm-hmm.
Even unwillingly, even if they don't know they're doing it, that's what will happen probably. That's my guess.
Now, she could find that very advantageous. Like, she's a musician. She's working on her music career, so she's got some savvy in her. However, she is also the youngest member of this cast at 20.
Yeah. That's why I like this cast. They're more like older people. Like, older in the sense is they're more like they're not students, like they actually have career and professions in their life.
With Melbourne Survivor, there was like half the cast was students.
Yeah, half the cast was students.
Yeah,
I'm more than half, I guess.
Yeah, and then you had a couple of us old folks. Hey, Finns.
So yeah, I think generally all these people are pretty young. It's just there's a big young bracket, and then it only goes high up to 20 to 31. I want to say is our oldest contestant.
Okay. How old is Jeff? Is it Jeff?
Jeff is 31, I believe. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's pretty young cast, but still, everyone's pretty.
Like they're They're like late 20s. They're like mid
Yeah.
to late 20s.
Yeah.
You know, you've matured at that age. I'd like to think I have.
No, you haven't. Come on. You have high hopes for people, Josh. No one's not matured yet.
High hopes for myself.
But do you think her age will be like maybe a disadvantage because she's a little bit younger, not too young, but
technically she is the youngest we have, and I think she would still fit in with people, but I think that could be a disadvantage. However, I'm always rooting for the youngest person. So
people might, chuck her under their wing and she's young. We're going to protect her, right? That type of thing.
But she's quite mature for her age, though. You wouldn't pick her like, oh, she's definitely the youngest. Yeah,
that's true.
There's a person I'd pick for the youngest that's coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it? We'll see if it's this next person. How do we feel about?
It is not
Maddie.
I love Maddie.
Who doesn't like Maddie? She had a great interview too.
Yeah.
I think
she's definitely the casuals.
Her definite biggest strength was her ability to BS, which is amazing in Survivor because there's so many times you say something and then you have to retract it real quick and be like, oh, I didn't mean that. I really meant this.
Out of everyone that I've watched, Maddie was the most exciting for me.
Yes, me too.
Nice.
I actually highlight social skills because that she came across you can talk to her and she'll be your best friend. She'll be like, hey, and then she will just cut you off straight away.
Maddie's a pharmacy assistant, yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's correct.
I think she's Carl's friend from work.
I'm assuming so because Calvin was in season 1 of Backyard Survivor.
Oh, okay.
He was in season 2 of Melbourne Survivor with us. We all know Calvin. Yep. And then he was a pharmacy assistant back in the day. So I'm assuming that's how the connection is because Calvin's on the crew of Backyard Survivor season 3.
Yeah. Nice. I love all this behind the scene information that I don't even know about. This is amazing.
Yeah. So I assume that they know each other. And being a pharmacy assistant as well, you have to have a lot of customer knowledge and all that stuff, and talking to
a lot of
and stuff like that.
Attention to detail too. So she said she's really good at puzzles and is kind of like a fanatic when it comes to that. So she's a big puzzle person, not fanatic. Somebody else used the term fanatic, I guess, looking at my thing, but she's not a huge Survivor fan. I don't know. Do we think that's going to hurt her or help her?
No, this will help her.
It's going to help her because that's her, and plus her personality, because everyone's going to think she's not a threat. But I think she's smart enough to understand what's going on and then do some necessary things at the late stage of the game.
Yeah, Kyle actually just sent me a quick message. I was like, by a quick message is a big paragraph. So Kyle, I'll get back to you shortly after this. So
I think with Maddie, I can see her going far, but at the same time, I can see her being early. I can't see her being in the middle at all. I can't picture that just because of I think her personality will either hinder or help her moving forward.
I actually put her in my final 3.
You put her in your final 3. That's the thing. I'd put her in my final 3, but I'd also put her in my first 3 boots.
I don't think she's going to
put her in the middle.
I don't think she's going to win, but I think for me, she's going to go far if she do the right thing.
I think her personality is going to be her biggest asset and her biggest drawback. She's super likable. She gets along with everyone, which is really great initially. However, if your tribe has been losing a few times, you're going to find even the smallest instance to vote somebody out for. And being too likable is a huge thing in Survivor. Sorry, it's like you're an amazing person, you're a great friend. However, you're just too nice.
But the thing is, her being a casual might be a good for her because then people might want to drag her as a goat. And she doesn't look like she's unpredictable. So I was hoping that her social skills plus her knowledge, her survival knowledge would actually carry her quite far. I mean, maybe people think that they would drag her to the end, but
it'd be the same. People will sort of help her along in the game. So she's like, I think she's not first boot. Like, I can't see that at all. I can see like second or third or top 3.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll win though.
No, she's not. I don't think she's winning.
Yeah.
Really, Maddie, if you're watching, I'd vote for you. It's okay. Well, depending on your gameplay, okay?
Prove us wrong, because like I'd love to see Maddie win, but prove us wrong.
No, but I think it's because a lot of gameplay is like people are actually like fans in this cast. They probably wouldn't want to vote for a casual to win if like Betty has to do a lot of things to overcome like that perception.
She said, I think that she was not, but she does see herself in the end game. Was she the one that said physicality is not her strong suit?
Yes. Because she did say she's really good in puzzles, so I think that plus or minus.
But with the physical aspect, even though Maddie's not very good at it, we have the next person here. Jake, very confident in his physical ability. So,
what did you write for Jake, Vince?
Alpha male.
Oh, he was, yes, very much. Yeah. He said he had a 1 in 30 shot of going home first, which statistically, I don't know how that equates out of 17 people, but he was very much into idol hunting, and he was looking forward to being strong in challenges, both physical and puzzles.
It gives me Calvin vibes.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's a vibes I get from our season.
He did say he valued loyalty.
I was surprised by that after we had so many people early in the cast videos say that they would lie, cheat, steal. Jake was one of the contestants that really wanted to stick loyal to an alliance.
Yeah, that surprises me, to be honest. The fact that he said he wants to stay loyal, it's like, if I was looking at him, I would not think he's loyal.
No, yeah, true. But I think he needs a loyal sort of a alliance because he's sort of like the big guy that's going to be good in challenges. He basically needs people who are loyal to him, trying to keep him post-merge. So that's probably,
I could see him helping Maddie along. I could see that work. Or not. Could you not see that?
I know.
Or could you see them against each other? I'm
sorry to say to Jake, but I don't think he's that strategic.
He said he was good at puzzles, and he very well maybe. He does have some interesting tattoos going on. He had one symbol that he showed off in the video.
Yeah, I wrote that.
I think is a symbol. Some places, maybe not the best word in the world. I think so. It depends on what it means, I guess. But he said if somebody would ever betray him, he'd be done with the alliance. So,
yeah.
If he's my merch boot. I'm struggling with him and the other person, but I'm gonna put him as my merch boot, because he's typically the merch boot.
Yep, that really is the physical person.
The first person was Matt. Is that his name? Or Mike? James. That's right. The first person. I had him as my
this one?
Yeah, James, yeah.
Okay.
I had him as my pre-merge boot, which is just before merge. And then I've got him as my merge boot as well.
You have Jake as your merge boot.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Yep. These pictures are very handy. I'm sorry, Vince, once again, that of course they're in the middle of the video.
That's fine.
Let's see here. So let's see if this next person's gonna make it to our merge list. We have Zach.
He is gone early simply due to the fact he has a survivor jumper.
That's exactly what I thought too.
Who goes into the game with a survivor jumper? That is the biggest target I've ever seen in my life. Do not do that. Don't even talk about the game. Just pretend you know nothing. I know I tried that and didn't work that well, but pretend you know nothing, because if you're wearing a survivor jumper when you go into a game, people are going to be like, he knows survivor, or he bought survivor merch, so he must like it.
I actually put in my final 6.
What? If he can get past the first few, and then if he gets a power alliance going, I can see him making it far. But I'm going to be with Josh, and the fact that you wear a Survivor hoodie to a Survivor game, and that just puts a huge target on you, literally on your back.
But if you're going in, sorry, you go.
He came across really good. Like he came across as a social player. Like when I look at her video, I was like, I want to be his friends, you know. So I think that's really a good thing. But I did say he's a geek, so like people who have this assumption that he's really good at this game, and you know, vote him out.
I actually think, because when I was playing, I said a lot of stuff about like Survivor and stuff like that. I talked a bit about Survivor and all that stuff, and of the online games and all that stuff that I've played in and stuff like that. I feel like that put a target on my back. So him just having that jumper, he doesn't even have to say anything. He can just stand there and people will just vote him out just because he's wearing Survivor merch. Like, why would you do that?
I don't know.
If you were watching, please comment me. Please PM me and tell me why you decided to wear the jumper. Even if it was cold, just wear a t-shirt. Deal with it.
I would have been like, my grandma bought it for me. I don't know. I've never seen the show before, but she wished me luck, so she bought it for me.
Well, the thing is, everyone playing is actually a Survivor fan, so like I don't. Well, I get what you guys are saying, but yeah, I do think that's a big issue. I didn't call on that when I.
There's a Survivor fan, right, and then there's like a Survivor super fan,
which is the super fans that buy Survivor hoodies.
Yeah, exactly. There's a huge difference.
No,
there's,
I would argue
filthy casuals, and then there's super fans, right? And he's in the super fan category, where most of them, I think, are probably in the filthy casual place. To be fair,
I would argue that even she doesn't wear that hoodie, they're gonna place her in the super fan league anyway. So I mean, I don't think it does any. Well, it does damage, but I don't think that's like as much as you guys think.
Now, he has a really good strategy going in, though. Like he said, he knows the game. He tends to be a leader in most situations. He wants to find those introverted people, the quieter ones, and bring them together, which is a strategy that we see so often commented on and people rallying the troops per se. And not a lot of people are able to do that. So if he's able to do that, I do think he'll go far with that.
My question is, are there a lot of introverts in this class?
Not really. No, unfortunately, he's out of luck on this one.
Yeah. I put him as second boot.
Anyway, Zach, if you're watching this, I believe in you. You're going to make the final six. Prove me wrong.
I really want Zach to go far, too. He's a gamer and whatnot, so I want to see him go far. But
look, I would love to see him go far just to prove me wrong. But if anybody's watching out there and wants to play a Survivor game or like a Totem Pole game or a Big Brother game, do not wear merch.
Yeah. Just
don't do it. I know you love the game, but just do not wear merch. You're not going to do anything good for yourself.
Unless you have your own merch that you're like, hey,
unless
unless
you're like
the game.
Yeah, unless you're like a Twitch streamer or something like that, and you have merch for Twitch stream or something like that, that's different. Wear that merch, but don't wear merch that has the name of the game you're playing on it.
All right. Well, speaking of one of our more introverted people, Zach wanted to look for some. We have our next contestant, Kiara. I believe I pronounced that correctly. I took notes and I broke it down. Yeah. So Kiara.
So this is the person I thought was the youngest. If I had to choose the youngest person in the tribe, I'll choose Kiara.
Kiara is actually the oldest.
Yeah, I would pick her as the youngest. I don't know. That's just what I would pick her as.
Yeah. Kiara, you look really young. Congratulations.
Yes. If I had to choose everyone in the cast, I'd like Kiara's the youngest.
So she comes off the bat and she says, lying, cheating, it's okay in the game. However, I don't think she really meant it. I think she said it was okay for the game and she'd be okay with it. But I don't think internally she would actually be okay with all that trickery. I don't know, just how I read into it.
They say she's a super fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's going to play very under radar. So, like, she would just blend in the background and then slide to the end. She's really soft-spoken, and I think a lot of people will actually trust her because she just comes across, like, really non-threatening. She's not, like, really confrontational. So I picked her as my final six because she's just going to slide all the way up.
Slide all the way.
Yeah, I feel like with Kiara, like being like introverted, I feel that it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Like we've seen, like other games where some introverted people go out first, or second, or third, and then some of them make it to the end as well. Like you're gonna have like an introverted in the top 5, I believe. Somebody who isn't as outspoken as other people. Yeah,
I think so too, and I think it would discredit her a little bit if she's not as spoken. I know she had a good strategy. She wanted to pair with some of the stronger players and work with the females of the cast, and I think we're over 50% female on the cast. But she said she wanted to work with the females of the cast, which we see that strategy happen so often and so often not work. So maybe she can rally the troops and get it done.
Who was the guy with the tats again? Was that Jake or Jake?
Jake.
Jake. So I feel like he will try. This is my thought. If they're in the same tribe, he will try to like help her along because I think that's sort of like his deal.
Wait,
right?
Hang on.
Right?
Why do you keep thinking Jake's gonna help people along? I don't get that.
Because he's an alpha male.
He was looking
like
for loyalty.
I feel like he's gonna help her along, but then I feel like that she's not gonna like him. I just get that vibe. That vibe. Like I don't think I'll like you.
No, I don't think Jake's gonna like Kiara too. Like I don't think.
I feel like Jake and Kiara outside of the game probably don't talk. But I get that feeling. But I feel like during the game, Jake will try and talk to Kiara, and Kiara will be like, no. And it'll either do her bad or do her good.
She said she wanted to work with the strong people. Like looking at Jake is very physical. Like if that's what she wants and that's how she's going to play, I think Jake would be a great addition to her team.
Yeah. And it'll give her a big shield too. So you never know.
I think she did say that she was a huge fan, like Vince brought up, and I think she said something that she was going to keep it on the down low, unlike wearing a Survivor t-shirt. So she hopefully can keep it under wraps a little bit more than some other people.
So I didn't catch it, Josh. So where do you think her placement is?
See, I feel like I had to go with Survivor Jumper in top 3 boots, like first 3 boots, right? I'm gonna put her in that group as well. I feel like though, if she's not in the top 3, she'll be top 5.
Dustin.
I think, unfortunately, she's a little bit too quiet for the cast that we have going on, so I don't think she's going to make huge connections with a lot of people. So I think Kiara will be one of the first people voted out as well. Sorry.
Damn, guys, that's all left for 2 final 6. It's been gone 3 minutes.
Well, I'm glad we have a mix of people. Like, I think maybe, hopefully, one of us will actually.
You know what though? Like, a lot of games go the same way, where like somebody big outspoken usually makes it to the end and wins, right? I want to see a game just full of introverts. It'd be very boring, but
nobody would talk. They're like, oh,
nobody would talk. It'd be it'd be weird to see, but it'd be good at the same time.
It's hard to play again when you have a bunch of introverts though. I couldn't imagine how people. Well, like our tribe is like everyone's introvert. I'll be like, no, please.
Yeah, you'd have to be the outspoken person, even if you weren't that like extroverted.
Along the lines, I would like to see a game, because we're on a random tangent here, a game of non-decision makers. People are like, we could use some water. Who wants to go? Oh, I don't know. Do we need water? Should we start a fire? Like nothing would get done.
Yeah.
That's my person I have. I will vote that person out straight away.
That person is coming up. I did take notes. Somebody said they were really bad at making decisions. So I don't remember. I'm going to check my notes here later. I think it was longer.
That sounds like Liz.
Does it? She didn't say it, but we know Liz pretty well now. So.
She does it sometimes.
Yeah, she does know it. She does it like season 3. She has no idea what to do. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue on Backyard Survivor. Sorry.
All right, back here I have our next contestant. We have Hale. He seems nice.
He stole my mustache.
And your glasses too, I think.
And my glasses. Yeah, I don't like.
Gosh, he's
just
like
because of that reason. Yeah, he stole my look.
Unfortunately, I don't have any much saying about him. I wrote hip hop guy, and that's.
I did notice another commonality with about half the cast. A lot of them are either into arts, music, photography, and I think that might be a bonding thing. Like in a lot of these games that people meet each other for the first time and say, "Hey, I have a dog, you have a dog. Let's get an alliance going." So
Yeah.
the fact that they're all like artistic, crafty people, maybe that'll be like a common bond with them.
Oh, you're right. Well, wow, you really did your homework.
Yeah, I get that feeling too, because actually there's a fair few artists and musicians.
So are we saying that those like
But
Jake,
they might not even talk about that because they've only got 20 hours.
it may come up with, like during the occupation track, like the beginning, like
Yeah,
what you do,
I guess so. I guess so. Like,
what? I'm a musician. Oh yeah, really? I'm in a hip hop group or something.
yeah.
I think that's totally like means for a conversation. Like I think that would come up.
I think so, but I just don't think they have enough time.
Gotcha.
Like, if you have 20 hours to vote out 14 people, because it's 17, yeah. If you have that long to vote out 14, you have 14 tribals to get through in 20 hours. That's like one hour and a half.
Yeah.
Right? That's not much time considering you have challenge in that time, toilet breaks during that time, food breaks during that time. I'm assuming they get food.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
And then I don't know. And like, you have to do all of that at the start of the game too. So you're getting like a smaller portion again, right?
Now he was worried about he was going to be maybe one of the loners, but also see himself as a leader at the same time.
This guy just sounds like me. He sounds like me.
You're not a loner.
Is you, Josh? That's the secret. You have a twin in the cast.
I must have.
Well, with that being said, he is a pre-match to me.
Okay.
Ouch. Is it your first boot, Vince?
No, he's not my first boot.
No, okay. I believe he'll be merged, and I would say he's fourth.
Whoa.
I get this feeling that he will be.
Is that your gut?
No, that's because of where I wanted to place. I wanted to place.
Oh.
So he will take my robbed king spot.
There we go.
Yeah. I
also think he's gonna like get along with a lot of people in this cast. So I don't think he's gonna make a lot of enemies. Like he didn't say anything too harsh in his pre-interview. I think he has good personality that he'll like click with a lot of people, and I think that will not get the target on him. He probably won't come out as a power player per se, not making the moves, but I think he'll have a lot of people in his corner if his name ever gets brought up to back him up.
Yeah, I get this feeling he'll just hide behind a lot of people to start off with, and then as merge hits, he'll spike. That's my guess. I think you've got the people who you don't suspect are the people that do well.
Hey.
We'll see what we have to expect from our next person, Samara.
I cannot remember her. I know that sounds bad, but I can't remember her.
She came across really scared in the interview for me. She's like really like.
Well, she said her biggest fear, cats. So hopefully there's not some kittens running around to scare her away or whatnot.
It is backyard survival, so she has to be prepared for all types of animals that live in people's backyards. So she should probably be careful.
She did say she was super fit though. Like she runs a lot. She's very athletic. She plays lots of like competitive sports. So I think that's going to be really a strong suit for her. However, I think it's going to give her a false sense of confidence in challenges. Going into a challenge, you have to be nervous and just try to be your best. And she's going to go in and, I can do this better than everyone else, and then not do so well. So I think that's going to be a disadvantage for her, actually.
I feel like it would be a disadvantage for her later on, but I feel like early on she'll just continue with the voting and stuff like that purely due to the fact that she's like physically fit. and people will keep her in her tribe just because of that reason. So they have a bigger chance of winning challenges. That'd be my guess.
Do you want
she
to
said
know? Do you
she
know where
gets
I
along
posted?
with everyone, so that could be something that's also a big benefit for her too.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Where'd you place her, Vince?
First boot.
Queen. She's my queen.
No, because she was really scared and reserved. So I think she's just gonna be like, I don't know what's going on, and
Hey,
people
but
are
I
gonna
get this
keep
feeling.
about-
I get this feeling that she might get carried to merge. And I don't want to use carried in a bad way either. Like I don't want to say that she was carried, but I feel like that, she'll get an alliance, right? That she'll be the bottom of. And that alliance will make merge.
I think she's gonna be annihilated in the beginning. That's why I put her first boot, because I think I don't know. That's my gut feeling telling me.
So I put her at 8.
no, I could see her being an early one too. Just especially kind of based on what I said earlier too, without knowing where you placed her. I said she was maybe a little bit too competitive and too confident in her ability, and maybe at the first challenge or something, she'll mess something up and be the first boot because of it. Just as a disclaimer, as we said earlier, I, Vince, and Josh have not seen the first episode, so we have no idea actually what goes on. We are just making predictions. No magic 8-ball here, but we'll do our best. Let's see here.
Please prove us wrong, Samara.
All these people have to prove us wrong, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Unless we put you as a winner, prove us wrong.
There you go. Next up, we have Olivia.
Oh, speaking of winner.
Oh,
Yeah. No, seriously,
Who's my winner pick?
my winner pick as well.
really? That's my
Really?
one. How did everyone pick the same thing?
I just get winner vibes. I get winner vibes from Olivia.
Don't.
You too.
And her interview was terrible. Like she was like talking about everything under the ocean or whatever. Like
The first thing she was like, I'm a catfish, so like people will like me, and they know like once they get to know me, they know like I'm not a likable person. So I was like, I'm not sure where she's gonna be. She's gonna be a surprise. And then like when I went along and listened to her, I was like, oh shit, she's like really likable. So winner pick.
Yeah. That's the exact same reason why I feel like out of the tribe she'd be the person I'd vibe with the most.
Yeah.
So as soon as I thought that, I'm like, she's won.
yeah, same here. I'm sorry. I have to agree.
So we didn't even compare like notes and stuff before.
Well, Josh, I was gonna bring out your point because people are like gonna be surface, that not gonna be like really deep connection. So she proclaims she's a catfish. So she's really good at it. She's like surface talk and like blah 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 blah. But people wouldn't know the deep down.
She will talk. She will talk her way out of situations. Yeah. Right? I can see that happening a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? She could be first boot.
This is how my casting predictions have gone in the past, folks. So I'm sorry to say she's probably first boot, but I'm a huge fan of Olivia. I love the interview. It was amazing. I said it was terrible, but terrible in like
Good
the
way.
best way it could be. So
don't worry. There's like 3 of us agree that she's gonna be a winner. So we're doing something right.
Let's see. She was one of the older contestants. She's an entrepreneur, so she works hard. She wants to blend in and be sneaky and watch other people. A lot of people have talked this season about doing stuff and not taking a step back and like looking at the situation. So I think her outlook on everything is really how to play the game successfully.
Yeah, her social ability will carry her a lot. She won't have to really try just because of her personality.
And I love the fact she's like, I don't like people. Okay, yeah, I do like people.
I love that. I don't like people too. So you go.
Mm-hmm. You go. She knows who she is. Do we have anything else wonderful to say about Olivia? Olivia,
if you're watching, please accept my friend request. No, I haven't sent one.
Not yet.
Wait, what's the winner prize? Do you know what's the prize for this winning?
I think it's more the Melbourne Survivor.
Yeah, I think last time they earned like $500. Well, not $500, thousand.
I think it was 500. So
It's a big
Oh
amount.
yeah,
Like, it's pretty good.
I have no idea.
Oliver, if you're watching this, you can buy me a beer when I see you.
Spend
I
them
know
winning.
you got that $500.
However, even though we all have the same winner pick, there's the second and the third who's going to get to the finals. And let's see if this next person is in your finals. Next person on the list, we have Jeff.
Ooh.
I'm
Damn.
sorry, Jeff.
And
but
no,
you're
not in your finals.
No.
No.
No. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Another alpha male that I want.
A super alpha male, I think.
Yeah.
This is the alpha male that might become that statistic that you said before of being first boot.
Me, what? First, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
1 in
think you're
30.
talking about merge boot.
No, was it 1 in 30? Oh no, was that the merge?
Oh, one in yeah, Jake, yeah.
That was Jake's comment. Jake, tattoo guy, he said. Yeah. I think Jeff says it best himself. He's a little bit too talkative. So
She's blunt. That's what he put it as. So I can think he's gonna rub people the wrong way. I feel like that's people will be like, Yeah. So I did put him pre-match, but he's like 1 vote before match. Like people will be like, okay, match coming, so get rid of him now.
I put him in the same spot that you came out in. So 5th boot.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if he's on a winning tribe, he would make it to merge. If he's not in a winning tribe, I think definitely pre-merge. So
yeah, he's not making it. Like I don't think he doesn't make it to merge. I'm sorry, Jeff. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
I'm so excited to sit down and interview these people after we're done. It'll be like,
Yeah,
oh, Jeff.
I love them to roast me because I was first boot, so you can roast me as much as you want.
The only interesting thing he was saying is that he had lots of secrets he's going to carry to the grave.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm going to carry it to my grave. I'm like, okay.
Because he scares me, to be honest.
I do admire the fact that he has a bird sanctuary, though, so that is like 100 bonus points from me. I do like birds.
That is the only bonus points I get. Sorry, Jeff. Don't hate me, Jeff. Sorry.
Yeah, the fact that he's like, I usually talk about like philosophy with people and stuff. I was like, whoa, that's a deep conversation to have with someone real quick. I'd be like, oh, philosophy.
Now, I don't mean to be mean, but if I'm mean, I'm sorry. I'm just portraying you as a character in the game, not outside the game.
Yeah, well, yeah, we just saying.
Jeff is probably the type of guy, you love sitting at the pub with your friends, having drinks and stuff like that. He's probably the best guy at the pub, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, unless he doesn't drink, and then I'm putting him in a box. But yeah.
Wait, hang on. We really need to put a disclaimer. Like, we're not attacking you as a person. We're attacking you based on the
character. Yeah,
we're not attacking, but assessing.
Yeah.
We're rooting for everyone, though. We honestly are. We're so excited to see the season.
I don't care.
Like, this is amazing.
I don't care who wins, but whoever takes out Olivia, I'm coming for you.
How did that happen? That we all were like, oh, yep. I was. Anyway, so Jeff, unfortunately, you're not a winner's pick. However, next up, somebody that I hope to go really far here, Caitlin.
Yes, she's
a nice person in the cast. The only person that's like, yeah, I don't see myself voting people out viciously. Like the only nice person here.
Yeah, she's the one. Basically, I'm not gonna lie, cheaters.
See, I get like final 3 all-female vibes this season.
Yes, me too. Oh, my final 3. Yeah, that's what I said. My final 3 are Maddie, Kathleen, and Olivia.
Yeah,
almost. I have 2 out of 3 in my finals. So
yeah, so I also put this girl in my top 3.
Unfortunately, I think she's going to be the GOAT of the season. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she gets GOAT vibes for me too, but that's okay. You're not going out early, so I'll take going out early any day of the week.
No, can I just add, because she's a GOAT, because she's a really nice person. Mm-hmm. She looks like you can read her easily, so people would think that's like a plus. So she's not going to betray you. She's going to be loyal. She's a really good ally to bring to the end.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
She did say it was going to be a little overwhelming for her, so I think she's going to be one of the introverts that are in the cast that work well for some people to bring along. And then the thing that reminded me most of, you two played with Stephanie, who couldn't make a decision. Caitlin was the one who said, I'm terrible at making decisions. And I think she's going to, that may hurt her. I think some people will want to bring that to the end, like we talked about. However, some people will get frustrated by that and then want to vote her out because of that.
I feel like if, like, for example, our season, right? I get Steph vibes from Caitlin as well. If Steph wasn't taken out when she was, I could see her making it all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this will happen for Caitlin.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Yep, and she's looking for somebody to do that. She's looking for, as she said, somebody smart, a leader, and with confidence. Like, those are the three things that she's looking at to make an ally for. So, and she's super nice, so she's going to get eliminated super quickly.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, she should win.
She should, like, in the grand scheme of things, but
yeah,
it's Survivor.
Maybe we get Olivia being like so cutthroat. People will be like, okay, let's just give it to Kelly.
That only happened once on, I think, the U.S. Survivor. When was that? I don't remember. Next person on our list, though, we have Ben. Ben is ready to win. He wants the crown. Right now.
He's English. He's English. Mm-hmm. And I actually wrote he's gonna be the villain. Like, he has this villainness in him.
I thought the exact opposite. I thought he was gonna be everyone's friend.
See, really? I thought it'd just be like neutral. And not be everyone's friend and not be a villain. I chose Jeff was my villain for the season. Ben is not my villain, but I put Ben. Where did I put him? I put him like just floating.
He's my meat merch.
Not choosing anything, right? Not choosing where he goes, anything like that. It'll just, his game will just happen, and he won't know what's happening. But
I think he has really good social skills to know what's going on.
I get that. I don't get he'll get his way.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And maybe he'll be pushed over by some of the more stronger and more vocal
people. That's what I think. Yeah.
Also, he's English, so like, I mean, like, sometimes if you have like a factor that makes you stand out, is not really a good thing in a way. So, well, that's my assessment. So he's my meat merch. He's gonna float and then just cut.
I think that aspect will maybe bond with one of our next contestants too. Somebody that's not from Australia originally.
French guy.
Raphael. He's the one from France.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, though, we do actually have some multiculturalism. I can't pronounce that word, but in this game.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to spell it, but...
Yeah, me either. No, but I feel like it's... You know what? Him and Ben could work together just due to the fact that they are not Australian.
Mm-hmm. It could be. And I think maybe if their scene is not Australian, maybe they won't bond right away with the people that are from the local area. Maybe people like a Liz, maybe like a Kath that are from out of town will get drawn to that more, and it might be a thing that works out. Yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen, because all the local people is going to like bond together. Because I think there is some social connection between maybe people have like 1 degree of separation. Like they probably know, okay, I know this person that knows him or her, so that people can bond easily. Or like some people who are like Liz or Kat or people from other states that they don't have any connection at all. They're going to struggle really, really hard.
They both might know the hosts, but from different friend groups.
Oh.
But Raphael has really a lot of pet peeves. especially in gaming. So
I think he's going to get annoyed by a lot of things. I actually think that's going to be an advantage for him as opposed to Jeff, who's really vocal about it. I think Raphael will say a few things and maybe rub a few people the wrong way just because his annoyance level is so high of things. So I put him in my final 3 because I think those small things may make a bad jury speech at the end. And I think Olivia is smart enough to be like, hey, you're going to say the wrong thing, so come with me.
He's my 5th place.
Oh, okay.
He's my favorite food.
And I think generally speaking, like he did a backflip or whatever in his audition, in his pre-show interview. So I think he's very physical. He's going to do great at challenges, balance-wise, and that. So I see him even winning, like when he gets to merge some of those individual challenges, and even helping out in the team challenges. So
I get this feeling he'll win like 2 or 3 individual immunities. I get that vibe from him, and then I feel like as soon as he loses, he'll be out.
So he's saying he's a challenge beast.
I get that feeling. Like, let's be honest, who can do a backflip? Probably 10% of the people in the world, right?
Why? Well, to be honest, how is that flat backflip would be like a condition to win the challenge?
Well, you have a lot of core strength, right?
Mm-hmm. A balance.
So balancing, he's gonna be ace at that.
Mm-hmm. He probably had to practice it, so he has a good like mindset, and
he had to be able to sprint really fast. I get this,
sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he's going to make final 3 just based on that. And I think, like you said, I think it's going to be an easy target when he doesn't win something. However, at that point, that could be a turning point in the game. They say they're going to vote for Raphael and then vote somebody else who's a bigger threat, maybe a more social threat. That's just how I envision the game happening. Our next person. Andrew.
Okay, Andrew stake out of the cast because he's really analytical. He's like very well, I would say posh, a little bit posh compared to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Really sneaky, and he looks really strategic. So that's not really so when you have that pinpoint to you, you're like, oh, he's like sneaky. We need to get at him. Okay, we need to get him out.
I get this feeling that Andrew at the start of the game will be sneaky, and then he'll complain about the weather or something, and then get voted out because of that reason. That's my go. That's my go-to with Andrew. Just because he seems like he's into stock market and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm. So, all economics
and politics and all that stuff. He's from Canberra. I just get this posh feeling.
He's not from Canberra. He lives in Canberra.
He lives in Canberra,
but he's from Perth.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So I get this
from
feeling.
The hills? Is that a term? Like he lives in the hills
near Perth. I don't know Perth, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't know Perth. So maybe he thinks he's from the.
I've been there one time. I've been there one time for like a day.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
So I guess not. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. But
I didn't know if that was like on the outskirts, like the farm area.
I assume it's
a bit like outskirts of the city.
I get the feeling it's like Beverly Hills of Cali. I get that sort of vibe of it's like, it's the more richer, posh area.
Well, he said he did go to those casinos, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he likes to gamble then, so he's going to pick the rock. Let's go to rock.
Yeah, I really want to see him do the rocks.
Well, I do have to say, Andrew, I know his boyfriend. His boyfriend is the he organizer of Survivor Canberra, which is coming up next year.
Oh my goodness!
We have 1 degree of separation.
Oh, who's that? Is that
Daniel? Daniel from
Daniel.
Yeah, I think Andrew is his boyfriend.
Oh, yes. I didn't know that.
Congratulations! And another season that we're going to be covering. So
yeah,
they're busy next year.
Yeah,
we'll bring Liz on for this next one. Though.
I did delay it. I just got a notification yesterday. It's delayed until March.
Yeah, too much. And we're filming in April. Just to let everyone know, season 3, Melbourne Survivor, season 3, filming in April.
Get that plug, Vince. Get that plug.
Yeah.
We have lots of time for plugs. So if his crafty nature comes out, I think he might be early. I think the people the people that are big Survivor fans will know if you go to the casino, you're probably paying poker or whatnot. You're probably going to be strategic in that way. So I think that puts a big target on him if that comes out. So
he's in my first 3 boots,
Mm-hmm.
along with Jeff and Kiara.
I
And then Survivor T-shirt guy.
No, I think like Andrew and Jeff will get along. I think they have a lot of stuff to talk about. Like, I don't know if they bond really well.
Do you get this feeling that would just be them two talking and nobody else talking with them?
Oh my God.
Can you see that? I can see that. I'm sorry.
He's really looking for somebody trustworthy, though. Like, because I don't think he was very trustworthy. He said he needs to be flexible, though, which is a huge downfall in Survivor. If you're not flexible, if you can't see your options, and
I think it's great to be like, I need somebody trustworthy because I'm not going to be, but that's never going to work. Like, if that's your gameplay going in, you're not making it far. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andrew.
So let's talk about this next guy here. Not Andrew, but we do have Steven.
Curly locks.
And his big fluffy dog he has at home. So exactly. I'm super excited by that title. I really hope Kyle and Brian put it in that thing. Like,
I like Steven.
Science, man.
I get cool vibes from Steven.
You know what he said? He said he stopped doing sports because he's drinking. So he thinks drinking is more fun than sports. I mean, that's not really a good thing to say.
No, that makes him cool.
Oh,
what a legend! I'd be friends with him just straight away because of that reason.
I know, he seems to be like everyone's friend, and the fact that he did do sports, so he probably has that coordination still. He can probably still throw a tennis ball or a baseball or whatever.
I think he's going to be he's going to be like the Joe, because he's like sort of, I don't know, maybe the long hair.
It's the long. I was going to say same thing.
It's like he looks.
You don't have to be elite to be good at challenges in Survivor. Like, you don't have to be like world-class athlete unless it's Australian for some weird reason. But I feel like if you're just a well-rounded person, you know, who's played football or soccer or whatever, I feel like you're in good enough shape to handle a lot of these challenges that they've
Well, but he stopped doing sports, so that's a main point.
Yeah. He's now doing drinking sports like beer pong.
He is throwing out a little bit more like the artistic vibe too. He said he was into photography, so maybe that could be more of like the Artist Alliance or something.
He did say he's judgmental. I'm pretty sure he says he's quite judgmental, and then he will reserve that he doesn't want to do that in the game because he doesn't want to. Yeah.
But then again, his little intro video did have him picking his nose, and he said he had no plans, no strategies in the game. He's just going to roll with everything. So that could probably hurt him in the end, I think. So
I put him in 6.
I put him on mid merch.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I get this feeling that there's 3 girls in the final that somebody's coming up soon.
Or Raphael.
We got 2 more people left. So Raphael is one of my people.
Yeah. So we've got 3 girls in the final, and then we've got like 3 guys. So it'll be like a split. And then I feel like the girls will get one of the guys, and then it will just cascade into a final 3.
Yeah. I hope this is what's going to happen, because that will make me really excited.
Well, let's see who the next person is. One of those final girls. Can it be this one right here? Oh, I didn't click the right button. There it is. Sammy! You think so too? Do we all have the same like final people? Why do we have all final people?
She's my final 6.
She's my final 6.
Yeah.
she had the house. Obviously, they can't vote her out because they're gonna kick them out. And I did wrote she's really likable, and she's one of those people you really drawn to because just how she came across, like cheerful and.
I put her in my final three simply due to the fact that it's her house,
That's the only thing.
and
I
she
thought
has
she was-
advantage. She has advantage because it's home ground.
She
And
is.
she
She
would know
was.
where to find the idols.
Yes, she'll know where good idol spots will
Oh,
be.
I know there's a hole there. Let me go see it.
Yeah. So like the fact that she has knowledge of the area
Mhm.
is like a huge bonus.
Given the shorter time structure of this game, I don't think that's going to be a huge thing. She said she wasn't very not a forward thinker, so she can't see things. I think she might be a carry to the end, perhaps.
Yes. Yes.
Especially with a thing. She said she was not strong in competition, so that is the first giveaway to be like, hey, let's bring this person to the end because they're not going to win those individual challenges. So
Yeah, Olivia's bringing her and Caitlin to the end.
Yeah.
That's my final three.
However, Sammy did say something that I think is really advantageous to have. She has a background experience in like management and managing people. She's a pool manager or something like that. So if she can manage people and work well with them, that's going to be really good for her too. I also have her in my finals as well. But yeah, she's said it herself. She's kind of a mess. So could be a good thing.
Please.
Where'd you put Sammy? Bits?
Final six.
Final six. Yeah.
So my final six are Kiara, Sammy, Zach, the survivor guy, Olivia, Maddie, and Catherine.
We still have one last person to talk about.
We all want to talk about her.
Okay.
We can drag her. Finally, we can drag her.
Wait, that was it. We have 16 people, but no.
No.
All right, folks. The moment we've been waiting for. Liz.
Liz.
Hey.
Now, if anybody, so season 2 obviously wasn't aired before, right? And season 1, let's be honest, wasn't really a season.
Well, hang on. Let me debate. Okay, before we go on this, season 1's actually better than season 2 because season 1 has a lot of season 2. What mainly was because it was filmed in the dark at the later stage.
Yeah,
and people were whispering, so that's why I feel like it lost a lot of charm. But like season 1 had a lot of like interest. Well, it was kind of low production value, but it has a lot of things going on for them. But it's season 1's more watchable than season 2 for me.
So my question is like, how well known? So the people, this was filmed a while ago, so season 2 wasn't as big as what it was right now. So maybe people don't know Liz's notoriety at this time.
Season 2 wasn't even filmed when she played. I'm pretty sure.
Wait. So this is actual season?
So Liz's actual season. So Melbourne Survivor, right? So season 2 and 3 of Backyard Survivor were filmed, I think, back to back.
Yep, I think I saw a short video for Kyle say something like that.
So they'll film back to back, right? Like in 2018, I believe.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. So this was Melbourne Survivor was filmed in 2019. So Liz just finished playing Backyard Survivor, then filmed season 2 of Melbourne Survivor. So the only way people would know Liz is purely from season 1 of Melbourne Survivor, which wasn't really a season. It was like a half an hour video.
Okay. I think Liz has a great strategy going in. I only placed Liz lower on my list thinking people would know her from these games. And obviously that's not the case. So I might have to redo my rankings, Liz. But we all know Liz.
Liz is a ruthless player. Like, when she plays Survivor, it's not Liz. Like, I don't get Liz from that. She will backstab anyone, and
I I did message her about the flipping because she said she would flip for fun.
Yeah. No, but I feel like that's how you have to play. You have to be like willing to do anything to get further. But if you have to flip, you have to flip, right?
No,
And
as a person,
yeah.
as a person who was in the minority in the swap and desperately need people to flip. But for me, it doesn't make sense when you're in the majority, you want to flip because that doesn't make sense. Well, if you're in a comfortable position, like you're the top 2 dogs, there's no point for you to flip. So
No, if there's no point to flip, there's no point to flip. But if you're on the bottom, like say, for example, right? If you're in a 7-person tribe and it's a 4v3 and you're at the bottom of the 4, you flip to the other 3.
Yes, that's flip for a reason, but don't flip for fun.
Yeah. But then like you're there once, just do it. Like have fun with it.
I think so too. I love a little chaos. So
yeah. And you know what? People would expect it, and then they won't actually know who flipped, like because if just lie, she'd be like, "No, I didn't vote for them."
No, if you want to flip
get away with it,
if you want to flip for fun, you better need to have a really like have a better like sort of a lie to come up with after the flip.
You flip for fun only if you've got an idol. So then next tribal, you are safe because they all will be coming for you.
No. Flip for fun, just and then have that people distrust you and all that. It's not really a rewarding sort of outcome for me.
And I don't think we have any hopes of Liz finding an idol, especially based on her.
I don't think she's gonna find an idol.
Liz, sorry. But this is interesting because it gives me a different perspective, having worked with Liz and now hearing that this is so much in the past. So this is like where she's been through. It's really interesting to look back on this and see. So judging from what her points were, she has a lot of big ideas that she wants to do and a lot of things she wants to try. I think she's going to get bogged down by that in the gameplay. She's like, oh, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. I think it's just going to complicate things too much for her.
I'm not really a person who like I don't think you should come to a season thinking like I have to do this, I have to do that, because that become a checklist that you become really frigid. Like you just I need to do this, I need to do that, instead of okay, maybe I can just open to like okay, well what he says is true, so maybe we should go along with the idea, that kind of stuff. So I think she will be quite like really stubborn with her own idea. And that might put her really in the big trouble because people are like, why she doesn't listen to me? She's consistently want this to be done, but I don't want to do that. So maybe just ditch her and go to other people.
She did have a nice thing that she talked about. She wanted to make a lot of one-on-one alliances, which I think is always really good. Instead of having a huge group of lions, it's always good to have those connections personally with people. So
it's great to have connections that could infiltrate other alliances, big alliances, and stuff like that. From and all that stuff. Liz is a smart player. I just feel like that might be her downside.
And she's from Melbourne.
Yeah, and she's from Melbourne.
It could be a good thing that she's from Melbourne. She's got Kath with them. She's got a few other people that are from out of town. I think Andrew flew there from another place as well. So a lot of connections, a lot of places.
I do have to say, well, this is inside information.
Remember, we're live, so not that much inside information, sir.
No. She told us she lied in the game saying she's from the other state, so she wants to distance herself on Kath. That's a strategy.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll see if that goes out in the gameplay.
So I think she'll be, as far as placement,
the
only places I've got left are merge. So I'm gonna have to put her in there, but I don't think she'll be there.
Yeah,
she's my pre-merge.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get that feeling too. I'm sorry, Liz. You can join me in Vince. It's okay.
It's a party. I've been pre-merged too, folks. So it's a pre-merge party here. That's okay. I was second out in the game, so Josh, I feel you on that. So
no, you don't feel me because you went first. I'm sorry.
Well, I was the first boot in one of those live games anyway. So me and so we are
I have played a live game and made it very, very far. So yeah.
Well,
it wasn't filmed. It wasn't filmed. So yeah, the fact that it wasn't filmed just makes me not redeem myself. But,
well, I rigged that game for you, Josh. So you should thank me.
No. He threw this. Okay, he threw this twist right at the end where it's the top 2 vote getters go home because we needed to hurry it up. Now, I
Oh.
would have made Final 3 if that wasn't a twist.
Well, we never know that, do we, Josh? You can
Well, I
yeah.
wasn't being voted out that time. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is not
Okay,
about.
let's
Anyway.
move on.
All right, so we have gone through the 17 contestants. From the title of the season, Exile, 17 isn't that weird of a number, so we're probably figuring somebody is going to get sent to exile right away. That's just my guess.
It'll be like a Fiji twist, like isn't it? Because they start with 19. What did they do in that season?
I don't recall.
Okay, never mind. Let's just move on.
I think. Yeah, I just feel like there'll be an Exile twist every round. Somebody will go to Exile Island. There'll be clues for idols in Exile Island, all that stuff. I feel like that's the only way you'll probably be able to get an idol is if you have a clue from Exile Island.
Are we gonna see a schoolyard pick for to divide the tribe? So like the person who didn't get picked go to exile.
Maybe they think they're going to be eliminated straight away.
Oh, I
Well, that's
like
cool.
that, Vince. So if we had to say schoolyard pick and one person is not chosen, that person goes to exile, who do we think it's going to be? I can run down the people real quick, okay? James, Kath, Maddie, Jake, Zach, Kiara, Hale, Samara. I have to scroll. Hold on. Olivia, Jeff, Caitlin, Ben, Raphael, Andrew, Sammy, Steven, or Liz.
It's so hard. I don't know.
I know I kind of went quick through this, but
It'll be a female.
okay.
Just due to the fact there's an extra female in the cast. So I feel like it'll be a female, just purely due to that reason.
Okay.
I feel like it could be Maddie or
That's
Kiara.
what I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, Maddie,
Oh my God,
Kiara.
in sync.
It's Maddie, Kiara, or Caitlin. The three of them girls. That's who I think.
I'm gonna go with Maddie. I don't know. I feel like in Survivor, I think the person with the most tattoos, the most like different colored hair, sometimes the most piercings like that person is chosen last typically in these schoolyard picks. So
like Lisa.
Hmm?
Lisa from David versus Goliath.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
my vote is for Maddie not being chosen. I think once people get to know her, of course, the personality will come out and she'll be fine, like we've talked about before. But if it's strictly schoolyard pick right off the bat,
you know what? I'd probably pick Survivor T-shirt guy. Don't know his name.
Oh, this guy,
No,
Survivor T-shirt guy.
He looks really smart and electric. Like,
And you know what the thing is? His jumper's a Game Changers jumper. So,
it's probably a really good season. So.
Yeah, and it's the sad thing is like that's actually sort of old now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had it for quite some time, which means he's watched the game for quite some time.
Vince, who did you say that's not going to get picked? Who do you think is going to get sent to exile?
Well, I said Maddie.
Maddie as well. Okay, we have the first person to exile. Although I don't think any of our votes besides like the final person like really lined up. So
yeah.
Okay, so if we're talking about exile, people are coming back. So among all your pre-merge brew, who's going to come back into the merge?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's how exile works.
Yeah. So if you had a pre-merge person who would be voted,
yeah, in the pick, who's going to come back in merge?
I get Jeff vibes.
Jeff would come back. Okay.
Now he'd come back. I need to be eliminated straight away. That'd be my guess.
I have Hal because he's in my pre-merge brew, so I think he's going to come back as. Oh wait, where's my Raphael? Raphael's in. Okay, no. Oh wait, okay, I'll go for Raphael. Raphael's going to come back.
Good. Raphael's making it final 3 for me. So for everyone watching at home, thank you for tuning in. Once again, I've been Dustin. We have Vince, and Josh here with us tonight talking about the cast of Backyard Survivor Season 3 airing right now. All three of us will have to watch the episode tonight. I know Kyle did message me about interviewing the person voted out, which I did not know yet. So we'll get to that when we get to that. Vince, we'll start with you. Any final last words about the cast?
Olivia, buy me a drink.
Josh, same words from you or something similar?
Yeah, Olivia, if you're buying Vince a drink, you have to buy me one too.
Okay, good. I'm a little far away for a drink, so if you're over on the state side, let me know. Thanks everyone for joining tonight. Comments have been blowing up. Liz, you've been a great job. Let's go over the comments before we go. Liz says hi. Hey, Liz. Liz is really good at keeping up with the comments, unlike me, because I just looked at the comments tab. I was like, oh dear, people. I'm sorry, people. Liz is like the specialist on the comments. You can check out all of our live shows. Liz is on top of the comments. Let's see here. Brian says he can't listen now, but that's so exciting. He'll give this a listen later. Anybody tuning in for the podcast, just search Live Reality Games or LRGs on anywhere you find podcasts. It will be there. Liz says she missed the backflip that Raphael did. It's totally cool. Rancy, let's see here. He'll check this out later too.
Why don't you listen on live?
Liz says something's hiding in her house. I don't know, maybe about Sammy. Kyle says this is so cool. Vince, your shout out for Melbourne Survivor. Just to clarify, this was November and December 2008. This is why I need Liz here to do these comments. I'm sorry. Liz says hashtag flip for fun. Let's see here. And then Zach. This must be our Zach. Zach. Maybe he's a game changer. So maybe we'll have to see. And I cannot wait to cover the show, especially with the two of you folks here with me tonight and everyone listening at home, at work, in the car, on the airplane. I don't know if you can listen in an airplane, but everywhere else. So thank you again. The Facebook page is facebook.com/live reality games podcast, anywhere available. And then we also have a special viewer group for Backyard Survivor. So make sure you join Live Reality Games, search for the group, and then Backyard Survivor. Once again, everyone, I think I've said this for 3 times already. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you later after we watch the episode. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.